And what I'm saying to many people, I'm not voting for anyone who believes in that practice of removing people from the ballot. I will not, and I've said this years ago, I would not try and remove anyone from the ballot. I believe that if the people want me in office, Syron Smith, they will vote for Syron Smith, and I'm going to rest on that confidence that if it's not, if I don't get elected, it's not the season for it. But I'm not going to work to take away your choices, and I hope others would do the same to stop that practice, of going and campaigning and getting money from these various corner stores and gas stations that could be giving that money. Right now it's cold outside. Them gas stations and corner stores could be giving that campaign money they giving to the aldermen and state rep candidates. They could be giving that money to the mothers, the single parents that don't have winter coats for the children in Inglewood, West Inglewood, Woodlawn, and Chatham. That's where that money could be going. I pledged back in July that I would not accept money from them. Now, I didn't say that I won't work to get money from them, because I'm doing that, but the money is not touching my hands at all or my campaign hands at all. When we extract revenue from them gas stations and corner stores, it goes directly to a family in the vicinity of that corner store gas station. Why? Because those are the people who are paying that store gas station. So why should it come to me? But the people who see the work that I'm doing, I'm sure that ultimately they'll say, this guy is, I believe in him because I see the work he's doing, so I might vote for him and put him in office. They don't have to vote for me. I'm going to do the work either way, but it also shows them a commitment that I have to not take money for myself, but to make sure that money is rotating and going into the hands of the people of the district who needs it. And I think we need that type of character, that type of commitment from all public officials. We need to stop this self-serving agenda that's happening right now, not just in Illinois, all over. We need to change and do campaign finance reform all over, where we really watch who's giving money to the politicians, because essentially they're paying for the influence of that politician. If I give you money, I want to know what is it that I need to do so that you can continue to give me money, or that the reason I owe you this favor. So we need to really, really be careful of who we allowing to give money to, which campaigns, and why they're doing it. And the people who's giving that money, we should be asking them, why didn't some of that money go to help the neighborhood? Is it just your special interest and I don't care about the people? Which one is it? And I want to make sure that we're calling out those people who are giving so much money to politicians and just not doing anything to support the average everyday family in these tough, very tough economic times. So in a nutshell, I know I probably talked your ears off, but I just can't stress to you enough how bad this process is, how badly I want to work to raise the awareness of the people, so people will know when you go in that booth. Trust me, you are making a choice based on what they have already selected. They call it cherry picking in the basketball world. So they've already made their selections, and then you're left to choose from what they have already picked over. And we just want to make sure that everyone is aware of that. My number for you to call, this is the campaign office here. I'm sure Mark will zoom around so you can see it. The number is 1-312 area code 405-8844. Again, 312-405-8844. We have over 180 videos on YouTube. We have 20 different YouTube channels, one for every neighborhood, showing you the committed work, block by block, working with families, making sure that families know that their message can be heard. We have families doing PSAs, public service announcements, pleading to everyone that's watching YouTube to help their families. This is committed work out here that we're doing, so we want you to log on, look at that work, and raise the bar, raise the standard. We pay these politicians. We pay them their salaries. They're voting for raises without talking to you. Let's say no more of that. Let's say time out for that. I met a guy, he's in the Green Party, and he said, "Sy, why are you fighting the Democratic Party? Why don't you switch? Why don't you come on over to the Green Party?" I said, whoa, wait a minute, slow down. Let's fight the good fight first. And I had to stress that. Let's fight this good fight. Let's get out there and see if the people of Illinois are really fed up. And if they are, we can change the party. We can change the way business is done politically in Illinois and Chicago. Should we not be successful doing that? If we're not able to do that, if the party leadership is that strong, then maybe we should consider that. Let's leave the options open, because at the end of the day, it's all about you and your family. It's not about Mike Madigan and Mayor Daley and these people. Their lives are pretty comfortable and straight. It's about the people block by block who are struggling to make it, who don't have heat right now. That's who it's about. And so, and I tell people, I go to the morgue and I'm witnessing our young people in there dead, and this thing is serious to me. This thing is dead serious to me. So I have no qualms going after anybody, any spirit that stands in the way of us getting the homicide rate down, to getting these young girls to feel comfortable where they don't feel like they're going to be raped and pulled into these abandoned buildings that's wide open, that these officials are standing by. And I have no qualms calling out any legislator, any politician, because there's nothing personal against you. I can call you out and still have dinner with you. It's nothing personal. The fact of the matter is we have to change our community, and we need politicians who believe in disagreeing without disconnecting. That's critical. I can call you out and still not disconnect, because in your position, we're paying you a salary to do some work, and I still expect that work to be done. And so I have that level of standard. I'm hoping others will adopt some similar level of standards that we'll have, where you don't feel like because the alderman helped you pay your light and gas bill that you have to vote for them every year. That's not true. That's not true. We pay them a salary. That's it. Your vote is something that is optional, and you do not have to give them your vote under no circumstances. And if you feel that pressure, I want to know about it. That number I gave you, the 312 number, I want to know about it. Any level of corruption, any level of pandering that these politicians are doing that you know about, and you know something that's happening behind the scenes, use my campaign, use my campaign office, use the BGA, Better Government Association. We have to really start tapping into these tools and people who don't mind going up against the status quo and changing this system. So I want to really ask you to reach out to us if you know about anything that's happening that shouldn't be happening. I want to, you know, I'm a 12-year Navy guy. I want to create a different atmosphere. When you go in the library, the atmosphere tells you how to behave. They don't have to have signs up that say be quiet. When you go in the library, the atmosphere automatically tells you to tone it down, bring it down a notch. I want to create the type of atmosphere throughout Chicago, throughout urban America, where politicians, anyone in leadership position, they know that they're being exposed whenever they step outside of bounds. And so if we create that type of atmosphere, they're going to be less likely to give their mother $28,000 to consult them about the work they're doing in the community. Some consultation that would happen anyway, even if you weren't that person's mother. So we want to make certain that we expose that anytime it happens. If you know of anything that's happened, we had a church that had $5,000 to give away turkeys. They gave away $500 worth of turkeys. $4,500 was administrative fees that went to the pastor's wife out in the suburbs. We want to know about that. We want to expose that. We want to put that out there so people can start to be informed citizens, making informed decisions on who they give their support to. So in the end, please, 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 let's raise our standards. Let's get involved. No more sitting on the couch and just chilling. The chilling is allowing our children to continue to die out here. Let's get excited, fired up, and let's create this change that I know we can do, block by block. Once again, I'm Syron Smith, write-in candidate for the 32nd District. I need you to write in my name. Please call my office, 312-405-8844. Ask us to send you a copy of that process, the write-in process, so that you can be comfortable telling your family and friends. And please do that. We had almost 1,200 signatures. If all 1,200 people give us 5 extra people, that's 6,000 people. We should be able to win with 6,000 votes. So please, please support this candidacy. I'm committed. I'm going to stay committed. Thank you very much.